I'm Zoe Delahunty-Light, and I proudly spend hours in character creation. I might get a little bit too invested in romancing companions too, but something tells me that if you're watching this video, you're the same. Hand in hand with Bertie Purchase, who attended the Dragon Age The Veilguard preview event, I've scoured footage and interviews to bring you the most important things you need to know about character creation and romance in Dragon Age The Veilguard, so let us begin. The minds behind Dragon Age The Veilguard are exploring the possibility of releasing it ahead of the game. Corinne Bush, co-game director of Dragon Age The Veilguard, told Bertie that they know it's a much-requested feature, but that it's TBD whether or not it'll come out before the 31st of October release date, though she does say it would be, quote, pretty stinking cool, unquote, if it did. Watch this space. Dragon Age The Veilguard's character creator is, without a doubt, the most in-depth character creator I have ever seen in a video game. If you think you found a more detailed one, then let me know on Twitter or Blue Sky at Zoe_Dells, but until then, I stand by my statement. Bush spoke at length about how BioWare approached the character creator, centering it around one of their, quote, 3 core design pillars. Be who you want to be was the first. That was the starting point. We wanted everyone to feel like they belong in this game to the best of our ability. So that meant sclera colour, it meant cataracts, it meant vitiligo, freckles, and respectful skin tones that react to light properly, unquote. I could just list which features the character creator has, but I think it deserves more time than a split second, so allow me to go into excruciating detail about everything you can change and tweak in Dragon Age Veilguard's character creator. BioWare have planned for those of you who get character creator remorse too, I'm among them, as if you decide you want to change your Rook partway through the campaign, then there's a mirror for that in your hub, the Lighthouse, and you can also respec Rook for free. Before going into changing how your character's body looks, you get to decide your pronouns and gender. Man, woman, non-binary, she, her, they, them, he, him, whichever you want. Additionally, beyond that, before going into changing your bone structure or hair, you can decide upon the shade of your skin, how melanated it is, and whether it's cool, neutral, or warm in tone. Switching between the different lighting modes allows you to see how it will look in different settings too. Default, sunny, nighttime, and cloudy. Hopefully this saves us the pain of our character looking wildly different from the character creator versus the game itself, a pain I know only too well. Complexion can be tweaked, whether you want your skin to look rugged, rich, rosy, smooth, weathered, youthful, freckled, even, or have birthmarks, dark circles, or acne. You can choose both the intensity and the amount of vitiligo too. There are sliders for cataracts and the amount of bloodshot in your eyes, with colour options for your inner iris colour, middle iris colour, outer iris colour, sclera colour, and heterochromia. Oh my god, I'm so excited. You can alter your larynx, scalp, head shape, forehead and brow, chin and jaw, ears, mouth, body shape, eye shape, hips, waist, shoulders, height, and there are sliders for your glutes and your bulge. Yes, that bulge. Your body and head can be morphed in between 3 different types to customize it in a more streamlined way if you wish, and you can pick which 3 heads you want to morph between. There are 22 face tattoo options for the center, right, and left of your face, 22 body tattoos for your back, chest, arms, and legs, 88 hairstyles, and 96 eye makeup options. 88 hairstyle options. I am going to spend so long in this character creator, dear lord. While those things I've just mentioned are kind of a given, I want to pull out some specific details that I think are sick and show the team at BioWare have really looked at the character creator with a fresh pair of eyes, gutted it, and then built it back up into a shiny, new improved version. Building a battered, weary warrior has never been easier as, for a start, you can decide how crooked you want your nose to be, whether you'll have jowls, an overbite, how gaunt your cheeks are, and whether you want cauliflower ears. This means that role-playing an older adventurer is so much easier, as often games offer us wrinkle/maturity sliders without acknowledging that with added years often comes healed over wounds and broken bones, but not in Dragon Age The Veilguard. Almost everything, right down to the size of your earlobes, can be customized. One of the things that seems small but makes a huge difference is tweaking the corners of your rook's mouth, which you can do, as it gives Rook either a dissatisfied or content aura. Along with the crooked nose, these kinds of customization gives you so much more room for role-playing, as you can build the Rook that fits your story. A jaded old merc, a naive farm boy, a privileged elf who's never done a day's work in their life, which, in turn, allows you to sink deeper into Dragon Age The Veilguard's narrative. Gods, I am so excited. Oh, you thought I was done with character customization? Wrong. As well as choosing from those 36 makeup options, you're able to decide what eyeliner and mascara you would like, how intense said mascara is, how long your eyelashes are, what colour they are and what shape they are, whether you want some Russian extensions or fox eyes. Also, if you want glitter, you get to choose the style of glitter, whether that's glitter flakes or your more classic kind. Honestly, I think I need to take a breather. This is detail I never expected. Okay, alright, to finish things off, you can choose which undergarments you want. Bra and underwear, just underwear, or a bodysuit. And when you're picking Rook's class right at the end, you see not only your starting armour, but also your casual wear and your aspirational armour, i.e. the armour you'll likely be wearing near the end of Dragon Age The Veilguard. Choose carefully because the class you pick will alter the dialogue options Rook has available. Mages get options rogues don't, elves get options humans don't, etc, etc. Seriously, this character creator is astounding. I really hope they release it before the game comes out so we can play around with it, so please join me in psychically begging BioWare to do so. Right at the end of character creation, you can import or build your Inquisitor from Dragon Age Inquisition, although I can't show you footage of doing so due to preview restrictions and I'm not looking to get sued. I can tell you that you can customize them visually and go through a bunch of story moments to specify the things they would have done, the choices they made and who they romanced. Take from that what you will, those of you who played Inquisition. Get the cold shower ready and don't bring your devices in there please, because it's time to talk about romance in Dragon Age The Veilguard. Now, Dragon Age The Veilguard is not player sexual. You've seen the thumbnail, you knew I was gonna say that. What that means is that each companion character has their own preferences, and that doesn't change to fit Rook. So, if you play a female Rook, for example, you wouldn't be able to romance gay male characters. Corinne Bush, in an interview with Bertie Purchase, said that, quote, handling romances and romantic options is quite the challenge and, to be honest with you, I'm not sure there's a right answer on how to approach it. Dragon Age The Veilguard is not player sexual. There are fully fleshed out characters that have their own romantic histories, preferences, backgrounds, and that doesn't change based on who you, the player character, are. They don't adapt their personalities to conform to the player. There's merits to it and challenges. We're also mindful to have characters in the world of all orientations, so that we do get that really thoughtful representation again, where people can see themselves, unquote. I love that, personally. I am bisexual myself, but having every single character being pan or bi in a video game without addressing it, just so the main character, no matter their gender, can romance anyone, can feel a bit lazy. When you don't have different queer identities written into a game and instead have player sexual romances, it's very easy to avoid talking about queerness at all, which can feel like an erasure of our experiences. It's a shame. There's a suggestion, however, that Dragon Age The Veilguard is still going to have those conversations, and maybe even have canonically queer characters, which I am very, very happy about. In the same vein, John Epler, co-creative director, told us that, quote, we wanted for their romances to feel appropriate to the characters, so there are some that are steamier, unquote. I'm not sure which character in particular has the steamier scenes, but let me know in the comments if you have an inkling who Epla could be referring to here. Romancing companions benefits you in combat as well as when you're relaxing in the lighthouse. Going on missions with characters will increase your bond with them, leading to bond abilities between the both of you, attacks and buffs that can be used in combat that are only accessible because you have such a strong relationship with the character in question. Epla highlighted how this, quote, is part of making the companions feel like their own people, giving them that autonomy on the battlefield. You are the leader of the group, but, they have their own personalities, their own stories, and we wanted to make sure that you felt that through the gameplay as well. Bush expanded on this too, explaining that they've made an effort to, quote, make the companions feel more realised, more like they're characters that fight alongside you, that they have their own styles, motivations, interactions, even if you're not actually embodying them, unquote. While there isn't the ability for you to go off and murder a bunch of orphans, as Epla put it, you can choose to be morally dubious in the game. Rook and their companions will be faced with what Epla describes as a couple of fairly significant choices that reshape the world in pretty profound ways. We give you these opportunities to play it very differently and see the consequences of these actions on a larger stage, and also in how your companions interact, unquote. Rook's companions, however, won't abandon them based on the choices they make, unlike in Baldur's Gate 3, where if you do something a companion absolutely detests, like raiding the Emerald Grove with the goblins, certain characters will leave your party for good. That's all I've got for you today, and a huge thanks to Bertie Purchase for sharing his impressions of Dragon Age The Veilguard with me. If you want to, you can read his full preview on Eurogamer right now, and if you want to hear more about Dragon Age The Veilguard, then please do sub to Eurogamer and like this video, as I, Zoe Delahunty-Light, will be bringing you all the Dragon Age Veilguard content you can stomach. Now, I'm going to go and try to decide which type of glitter I want on my Rook in the character creator, so I'll see you folks next time.